Some defensive stand.
Those three guys up front or something, aren't they?
But it looks to me like Dallas is playing in a quandary. Dallas looks like they're going through motions or something sometimes, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, it looks that way when you're getting whipped a lot of times too. It's like they're waiting for somebody else to do the job or something all the time.
Yeah, great. Septian will kick off. Uriel Harris, Gary Davis, and Jimmy Cephalo back. With Harris in the middle for the Dolphins.
See how the Cowboys cover this and see if they're ready to snap out of it. Looks to me like some of them are going through the motion.
Line shot in the direction of Davis. He lets it go out of bounds, and they'll have to back up to the 30. That flag is down just to mark the spot where it went out of bounds.
Then you think she's just another pretty face, don't you?
That's what I thought. Isn't she?
She's got her tie tied funny, though.
By the way, we told you that St. Louis had picked up his second victory over the Giants. Jim Otis ran for 2 touchdowns, and Jim Hart threw a touchdown pass to Al Chandler. That final score again was St. Louis 20, New York 10.
Tell you one thing, the Cardinals have earned it, though, baby. They never stopped hitting, even when they were 0-zip.
It must have been quite an emotional speech that Jim Bakken made after they won the first game last week in the locker room. Quite a tribute to Bud Wilkinson.
Yeah, he's a pretty good stretch runner, isn't he? He didn't panic. Septian's kicking into a pretty good breeze right now. I'd say it's whipping around 15 or 20 knots.
Coming out of that open end of the Orange Bowl just almost directly against Raphael Septian. Dallas ran off 19 plays and came up with 3 points. Good kick. All the way back to the one is Uriel Harris. He broke a couple of tackles up to about the 30-yard line and past that.
And Kyle make that tackle?
Yeah. Tomorrow night on CBS, WKRP in Cincinnati.
Good station.
People, MASH, one day at a time, in Lou Grant. By the way, on People, our old friend Phyllis George will be throwing the spotlight on Liza Minnelli, Bonnie Franklin.
And your tennis friend, huh?
Guillermo Vilas.
Is he your doubles partner or something?
No. I wouldn't be doing this if he was. 4:47 left to play before the half as Bob Greasy gets to Delvin Williams. And the Cowboy defense led by Harvey Martin converged. Maybe lost one.
D.D. Lewis really gets wrapped to the bottom of your right of your screen. That was Leroy Harris, the fullback, took him, but Harvey Martin comes through and makes a very affirmative move. That might have been the best lick that the Dallas defense has made off the ball. Looked like they snapped off that time.
He got off the inside block of Andre Tillman. Oakland 20, Kansas City 10. That's the final score. Greasy gets to the line. And Boo gets outside the 30. Don Shula.
Now, Greasy will go back in that huddle and say, all right, give me some receivers. Let's see if I can read the whole field. And, Pat, it looks to me like Greasy does read the whole field when he's looking at a pass pattern develop.
That's Cliff Harris being looked at now by the Dallas medical staff. Don Shula.
Going to have to leave, too.
The leader among the active coaches in victories, and right behind him is the Dallas coach, Tom Landry. That's the score.
Bye, we've got a lot of scores. We've gotten through most of your scores there for a while. We've done a lot of scores. Seems like we've done that Houston.
It'll be third down, Miami, as Don Shula looks on. His team leads 17-3 with 3:42 left before the half at the sold-out Orange Bowl in Miami. Bob Greasy has been spectacular in the first half. Cliff Harris is out. Randy Hughes is in. Here's Delvin Williams. Randy Hughes came up from that safety position, helped out by Bob Brunig, and shut off the Dolphins short of a first down.
Cliff Harris went to the bench holding his right arm, and Randy Hughes was in there, and we'll let you know when Cliff Harris, number 43, is back for Dallas, or what has happened to him.
George Roberts is the Miami punter.
Young man gets pretty good hang time, drops it softly down there.
Keeps it high. He does again. Butch Johnson is hit and fumbled, and Miami has it. It could not be advanced, but the Dolphins have it first and goal at the Dallas 7-yard line. Watch it again.
Number 48, I believe it was number 48 that got that ball, Gerald Small. Now watch the smart thing he does. If it doesn't come right up for him to run with it, he decides, I'll fall on it and take it here.
Gerald Small. Charles Cornelius is the guy who hit Butch Johnson. Small then made the recovery.
That's the 13th fumble by the Cowboys. I think that might be even worse on you than interceptions or anything else, fumbles.
Lonely Butch Johnson heading over for the Dallas bench. Delvin Williams and Jim Braxton. The running back, and this is Williams, and he is smothered by Too Tall Jones, who fired into that Miami backfield. Loss of about 4 yards back out to almost the 11-yard line as Boulais checks in for Miami. Watch Too Tall.
Newman's trying to go over and trap him. Watch number 64 go over. Too Tall doesn't even see it. He's blown right by it when he saw Currents, the tackle, leave. That's like a silo falling on him.
Yeah. Big load, all right.
Oh.
Second down situation as Greasy takes the timeout. Oh, that's the 2-minute warning. I beg your pardon. Bob Greasy comes over to the sideline to talk to Don Shula. Bob Brunig goes over to visit with the Dallas staff.
Wow. They get this one. It's a nail. 24-3 at half's tough, baby. Because you go into the locker room and there are 38 coaches trying to tell you what's wrong. You spend 18 minutes fighting among your own players to say, what are we going to change? That kid timed that perfectly on Butch Johnson.
Jenny, though, you could see it coming.
What was his name? What was the fellow's name?
44. What's his name? Cornelius?
Cornelius?
Yeah.
Huh?
He hit Butch.
Maybe he couldn't time any better than that. About half a second after Butch touched that ball and got it started down, it was hit.
Minutes to play in the first half. The Dolphins 17, the Cowboys 3.
Greasy took off his glasses and sort of, fogged them up the way you do. He blew on him a little bit. He's a very calm man. And Shula claims that his locker even is perfectly selected and it's orderly and his clothes are all laid out, not like mine was.
The Dolphins haven't been able to run too well, but they sure have been able to pass. The blitz is on. Uriel Harris, the intended receiver. The defender is Aaron Kyle, and he was very close to pass interference.
Oh, but gosh, if you can't make a brush a person's body as you're going for the ball yourself, you better put King's X on people. Good quick post.
Cliff Harris, I believe, has returned to the game for Dallas. Denver 21-7 over the New York Jets in the second quarter. Craig Penrose, by the way, as the Denver quarterback in place of Craig Morton. 3rd-11 here. 17-3 to score. Miami recovered a fumble to get this close. Gary Davis. Cowboys offside. Greasy's going through with it. Cliff Harris back on the coverage. Pass intended for Nat Moore. That's who he likes in this area.
Inside the 20-yard line, Nat Moore is like a fly catcher. He has 7 TDs already. I think Too Tall Jones lifted his 6'9" frame up early. This little guy in close, I'm telling you. And Harris got away with scraping him.
Barely got a hand on it, I think.
Looks like Cliff Harris is wearing one of those rings that might have gotten his neck popped, huh? Collar?
Like he got caught in that sandwich when he made that tackle. That's why he had to leave. Here's Too Tall. Let's see if he does jump.
Offside.
Not much doubt about it, is there?
72 defense. Repeat 3rd down.
Nowhere he can go at 6'9".
We get to stay around at the half with all the scores and highlights with Brent and Jane and Irv. Steve Bartkowski, by the way, had a big day today for Atlanta as the Falcons improved their record. Ran for 1 touchdown, threw for a touchdown. Like he's coming into his own. 3rd down here. Greasy has a blitz coming after him and has to throw it away. The pass was in the area of Andre Tillman.
Oh, I'll tell you, Cliff Harris just wouldn't let Tillman make the outside move. Greasy had to go ahead and unload it. Looked to me like that Kyle had Nat Moore pretty well covered in the corner of the end zone, too.
Don Strock, who is the backup quarterback, or one of them for the Dolphins, is the holder. So, of course, he can throw it. He carried the load while Greasy was hurt, and very well.
He threw the touchdown pass out of this formation against Baltimore last week to Den Herder, I think.
Darryl Premium from 28 yards away, trying to make it 20-3, and should, and does. Don Strock is the first man to say it's good, the holder. It's always a pretty good indicator. 1:41 seconds left to play before halftime. Dolphins 20-3 over Dallas.
I tell you, that helped the cause. They didn't get a touchdown down there then. That's the guy's got his thumb in the dike anyway.
That would be nice.
Last time they had one of those, I can't remember when the Cowboys had a kickoff return. If they ever had. Well, I guess Geckner was the last guy that did it. 66.
Bob Hayes.
Yeah. Stay with your premium, see what he does.
You jump up and down. You'll be second.
'71 looks like the last one, I guess.
Garo Yepremian will kick off. Alois Blackwell and Butch Johnson will be deep for Dallas. Blackwell at about the 10, Johnson back inside the 5. It's going to be Johnson. The 11. To about the 33 before he's knocked down by Norris Thomas. Garo Yepremian taking a little stroll on Tuesday night on CBS. The election coverage And covered like nobody else can do it with those guys.
That's some lineup. It's a World Series team there.
I'll say. It's an all-pro line.
Cronkite's batting cleanup, I bet you.
Should be. Harry Reasoner, Roger Mudd, Dan Rather, Leslie Stahl, and the rest.
Little Cowboy affirmative thing might be settling for the field goal that Miami had to instead of getting 7 after that turnover. They've got their thumb in the dike anyway.
Dallas has all 3 of their timeouts remaining as Roger Staubach drops immediately into the shotgun. Throws a jump shot over the middle to Preston Pearson. He's got a first down. He's in Dolphin territory. Larry Gordon finally downed him. But the Cowboys hustle up to the line of scrimmage, and the Dolphins stroll back.
Halfback screen middle, and they caught the 3-man front that time, really just stunning their way out right out of the defense.
Shotgun again. John Fitzgerald with that one-handed snap without looking. Back to Staubach, and the protection is good. Preston Pearson again gets out of bounds and stops it. Bob Matheson knocked him out of bounds. 1:03 left to play before halftime. 20-3. Don't forget to stick around at the half, when we'll have scores and highlights from around the league, and there have been a lot of them today.
You know, the crazy place to go at halftime would be go to the Dallas locker room, because you're going to have about 58 theories on how they can turn it around in the second half. They'll argue for 18 minutes and then barely get back out and get underway.
Broncos rolling today, 28-7 now over the New York Jets. Told you before that Craig Penrose is the Denver quarterback today. Second down, Dallas from the shotgun again. Staubach's protection is good. It's picked off by Rick Bolt, I believe. No, Charlie Babb. No, Tim Foley. I was wrong twice. Number 25.
This is the old Super Bowl Dolphin. Foley's the last guy there. He and Curtis Johnson that played defense on those Super Bowl teams. Look at this move. Clean and legal.
He wanted the ball, I'd say. The Dolphins will take it over. They have been outstanding.
I don't know what happened to my Miami stats here.
I got some somewhere, Tony.
Well, I just had them, and they must have blown over in the sack or something.
Here you go.
Are these Miami's?
Yeah.
Yeah, here we are. That's okay. I got some. Thank you. Let me just. Foley's 4th. Team 17th. Made a good move on it, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Huh?
He sure did.
How many turnovers is that for Dallas? 2 fumbles, interception 3, huh?
3. The Dolphins have not used any of their timeouts, so they're in good shape, not only on the scoreboard, but as far as timeout situation is concerned.
The 17th interception for the team and the 4th for Foley. 3 turnovers for Dallas already.
Line of scrimmage, the Miami 28. Braxton and Williams, and this is Delvin Williams. No place to go. Harvey Martin, and I believe Mike Hegman might have been one of the tacklers for Dallas. Yeah.
Little, the pulling guard, tried to go by, and Harvey Martin tackled him first and stripped him and then got the ball carrier.
Hegman, I think, is playing in place of D.D. Lewis at the moment.
Dennis Thurman playing the right corner. And you trust Bob Greasy not. If the play is there, he will go ahead and put it up.
They got an extra defensive backfield set up. Dallas does. They just let the clock run. And Hegman again made the tackle. They're going to run out the clock and settle for this lead, as you would certainly expect by the half. And the 5 seconds. The Dolphins already headed for the locker room. Never seen them look better.
I've never seen the Cowboys more confused.
So that's the end of the first half. Sold-out Orange Bowl with the score: Miami 20, Dallas 3. Preceding announcement was brought to you as a public service by the National Football League. Garo, your premium, set to kick off. Ray Lewis, Blackwell, and Butch Johnson back deep for Dallas. Blackwell is 24. And here is your premium as he starts the second half. Butch Johnson at the 2. Broke one tackle and stumbled to about the 24. A little scuffle goes on. Here are a few statistics to study as to what happened in the first half. Look at that.
Passing yardage. Staubach was 7 of 10 for 48 yards, but they lost some yardage. Greasy was 9 of 13 for 159, and a long one of 42, the one to Delvin Williams.
It'll be first down, Dallas. The Dolphins lead the Cowboys 20-3. Begins to get a little dark in the Orange Bowl. Pat Summerall with Tom Brookshire as the Dolphins dominated the first half and lead 20-3. That's Dorsett for about 4 over the left side. A.J. Dewey was the first man to make contact.
Every time you make a mistake against Miami, they take advantage of it. Interception, fumbles. Quite a staff he has. He has John Sandusky and Schellenbarger, head coaches that come along working for Don Shula.
Orange Barger, Tom Keene, Carl Tassett.
And they've prepared this team very well for today.
They certainly have. Line of scrimmage with Dallas 29 as Staubach gets to Newhouse. They're bounds around the middle, but Bob Baumhauer stacks him up. Not nearly enough for a first down. What else did you have on that page? The statistics, first half.
43 yards rushing for Dallas. That's gross. Only 18 for Miami, so Greasy has thrown the pass-run percentage upside down.
Denver 28 now, the Jets 17. Pat Leahy just kicked the field goal, a 38-yarder. 48 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Preston Pearson and Robert Newhouse line up behind Roger Staubach. Left guard Herbert Scott beat the count a little bit.
Somebody started moving. I'll tell you, Miami is really up on their toes as soon as they even saw somebody flinch. There it was. Scott moved a foot. Now watch the Dolphins start coming. That's all they want's an excuse to hit you a lick side the head.
Fitzgerald got a lick side the head, didn't he? Gordon McCarter.
The senior, false start, number 68.
Herbert Scott.
Third down.
Matt Moore, who had a few aches and pains coming into the game, just got a little bit more tape. Shotgun formation for Dallas. Third down. They need 7. The inside handoff to Dorsett with some room in front. He got the first down.
Got a great block from Preston Pearson, too, number 26. He peeled back on the linebacker and did an awfully good job. A good call here out of the shotgun. Here they're trying to beat the computer. If you throw out of the shotgun most of the time, let's give it to number 33. Scott's out in front. Dorsett almost lost that ball.
Heck of a block by Scott, wasn't it? Charlie Babb made the tackle, by the way. Number 49 was the extra defensive back. First down, Dallas at their own 36. They trail 20-3 as Staubach gets to Newhouse. There will be nothing there as Bob Baumhauer again was the first man to get there. What a player.
Dallas tried to use a finesse play. They pulled Donovan the tackle like they were going wide and tried to run in behind it. Watch what happens. Watch the left part of your screen. Are they going really wide? Donovan's gone. They try to block down, and those linebackers move in behind that 35, and that Baumhauer is really playing the nose.
Steve Toll helped him out, number 56. Los Angeles 17, Tampa Bay 6. That's in the second quarter. Second down here, and they need 10 still. 12-18 left to play third quarter. Miami up by 17. Protection is great for Tony Hill. Got it. What a catch by Tony Hill. A diving grab, spectacular by the second-year man from Stanford. What a catch, and what a throw.
Especially when you come in with a bad knee that's a little bit gimpy. He twisted it on Wednesday back in practice. Dorsett actually has Billy Joe Dupree, the tight end, open, but he decides to go for it. This is one of the great catches you'll see.
Ever.
Remember the one Butch Johnson made in the Super Bowl? Well, check this one out.
Curtis Johnson and Rick Volk were back in pretty good shape for the Dolphins. But Tony Hill made one heck of a catch.
Number 27, and he's going to remember that one for a long time.
Roger Staubach brings his team out on first down, 10 yards to go they need. Preston Pearson and Robert Newhouse line up as the setback. He's going to throw again, if he has time. Fumble the ball momentarily as A.J. Dewey knocked him down.
Number 77 just keeps coming. The LSU Tiger. He had knee surgery earlier, and he's come back now. He looks better than he did as a rookie.
He sure does.
Left part of your screen, you'll see. Just took on Scott and came over the top and around the corner. Roger can't get it unloaded. I think he was looking for Hill making the crossing move.
Roger lost it, as we said, momentarily, but got it back. Staubach is sacked back to the 21-yard line. Back to the 22, make it. They need 21 for a first down.
The third sack by that Dolphin defense.
A.J. Dewey, the last sacker. Draw play Newhouse. And who is draped around him but A.J. Dewey. Helped by Rusty Chambers, but Dewey got there first.
Man, they are turned on, and I see a dazed look in the Dallas Cowboy eyes.
They're just flat defeating the offensive blockers.
Here's the draw. Look at Dewey took the inside. Nobody even could cut him off.
Pat Donovan tried, but Dewey, by that time, was with a full head of steam.
The sackee, huh? And the sacker.
That's the same group of cheerleaders we saw in the first half, but in different suits. It's third down Cowboys as Preston Pearson shifts over as Staubach goes into the shotgun. Low snap. This time the protection is good. Oh, what a play. The diving save by Norris Thomas. Tony Hill was open in the end zone, and he timed it perfectly.
Roger fooled around in that pocket about as long as any quarterback could possibly do it and survive. Tony Hill thought he had 6. Norris Thomas really didn't. There's a low snap. Watch what Roger does and how long he moves and tries to find a little bit more room. Direct throw. Great play by Thomas.
Raphael Septien then at the 29-yard line. Make this a 39-yard effort. He's got enough. It's right in the heart. 20-6 will make it as the Cowboys get their second field goal. From that man, Raphael Septien. We have 9 minutes, 40 seconds left to play third quarter. Mike Ditka congratulates his kicker. Can't run against this outfit. I thought you could.
It's going to be a very interesting offensive series.
Did you think you could run against him?
Huh?
After looking at those films?
What's that? Yeah.
Not today.
That's a most ragged-looking bunch of tackling I saw in a reel I ever saw, and they all admit it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, but that offense, they just got you right, bam, bam, bam. That's tough, boy. Duriel coming out with this one.
What Henderson does this time.
Huh?
I'd like to see what Henderson does this time.
Sandy, give us Henderson.
A Dallas scoring drive took them 9 plays, 55 yards. They kept the ball 5 minutes, 20 seconds. With the second half kickoff, it's 20-6. Miami leads. Raphael Septien, Duriel Harris at the 4. Dennis Thurman will get him out of bounds with some help from our kicker, Raphael Septien.
Septien's been in on 3 tackles.
Ford Spectacular presents the World Middleweight Championship between Hugo Coro and Rodrigo Valdez. The Stuyvesant Handicap next Saturday, 4:30 Eastern Time, 3:30 Pacific Central.
That's the fellow Coro beat Rodrigo Valdez for that title, so the rematch ought to be rather bitter.
It's on the Sports Spectacular next week. First down, Dolphins at their own 32. They lead it 20-6. As Andre Tillman, the tight end, moves over to the left side. Bob Greasy's been the quarterback all the way and still is. Delvin Williams will not have much room as Mark Washington comes up from the corner and cuts him down. The Dolphins haven't been able to run it.
Well, the Dallas defense was out of the flex that time. Looked like they had a lot more movement on it. Watch how quickly everybody starts taking shots. They're teeing off now. Delvin Williams, a great runner, but it's over this time.
Williams has carried 11 times and picked up just 3 yards. He was the NFL's leading rusher going in.
He came in with 877 yards. But Greasy went upstairs what he had to in that first half, didn't he?
Dallas has an extra defensive back end. And Gary Davis and Norm Pulak to the backs for Greasy. Oh, it's almost picked off by Dennis Thurman as Greasy threw behind the intended receiver.
Big pressure by Too Tall Jones, and the first bad throw that Bob Greasy's made today.
Gary Cepalo was the intended receiver. Watch Too Tall.
Too Tall makes a pretty good move. Nugent's currency in his way as much as he can. Spins back to the inside, but that ball was just thrown behind. But it did look like it hurt the bad leg, the left knee of the quarterback. Got right back up.
Pulak checks in. 8:37 left to play in the third quarter. Dallas trails Miami 20-6 at the moment.
Dolphins run a great screen, too. They can waggle to one side and screen to another. Greasy's great at it.
He's an artist. Dallas shifting around. Henderson moving over to one side. They don't blitz. Greasy firing for Duriel Harrison. He's got him. If the pass had been there, that would have been 6.
And I'll tell you, there was nobody coming from the offside to help Dennis Thurman either. You know, Duriel, he's not the fastest fellow on his block. They said Joe Washington, the Baltimore running back, was 4 doors away in Port Arthur, Texas, where Duriel grew up, huh?
It's frightening when you stop to think he's not. Roberts, the kicker. Butch Johnson goes up with a hand for the fair catch, and wisely so, because the Dolphin coverage was there again. 43-yard kick. Cornelius was down there again looking right in the eyes of Butch Johnson. It is 20-6, Miami over Dallas.
Sandy? I was talking about the receiver, and you had it on Greasy the whole time. I couldn't change. No, were you? Okay. Okay. Well, it was a... Okay. You want to give me Rayfield Wright, number 7-0? Working against Den Hudde. They have 2 penalties against the Dolphins that first half. Both were face masks, weren't they? 4 of them? Yeah.
They had 1 holding against Wanger.
Big series for the Dallas Cowboys on offense. Now they picked up a 3-pointer, huh?
20-6 they trail right now. Lights are on at the Orange Bowl. They were on from the Dolphins, for the Dolphins from the beginning of the game. Here's Dorsett. Flag goes down, and we're going to have holding against Dallas. I'm reasonably sure Larry Gordon takes Dorsett down with help from Rusty Chambers.
Baumhauer, the big nose tackle, thought he was held. And the official thought somebody did it. And we thought the Miami defense was suspect, especially against the rush. I haven't seen that today.
Not at all. Those front 3 guys, plus the linebackers, have been just superb.
Only 9 losses in the stadium since Shula's been here.
What is it, 55 and 9?
55 wins and 9 losses.
Number 62, repeat first down.
It was John Fitzgerald, I think. As I mentioned to you before, sometimes we had trouble with that wireless mic
It was Baumhauer. It was right on his nose.
in this stadium.
They are looking each other right in the eye.
It'll be 20 yards they need now as Dorsett gets the pitch back and breaks into the Miami secondary. Still stumbling, he is near a first down yardage. 8:05 left to play, third quarter, as Dorsett with the longest run from scrimmage of the day.
He's limping coming up. It's a good thing that Volk makes sort of a diving, scrambling tackle. Our Dorsett would have been gone like tomorrow. From the eye, the toss. That's Newhouse, number 44, in front.
Good block out in front by Burton Lawless.
Lawless really did a great job on Rusty Chambers. Now watch that tackle right there. If not, Drew might have been able to get number 33 up the sidelines.
Foley did the job. Second down now. They need just one for the first. 19-yard pickup by Dorsett. Newhouse still on his feet. Got the first down. Tim Bokamper, the tackler.
He never quits. He's lunging out of that pile of players. 5'10", you'd think he's overmatched, but seldom for 44. Look at the job that Big Ben Herter's doing with Rayfield Wright. Watch this action right here. He just keeps going. He said he got second place in Charlie Pride's golf tournament in Albuquerque, and Charlie Pride gave him his guitar, and Newhouse said he strummed it 3 times and broke all the strings on it.
With a second effort. Ball is at the 42-yard line of Dallas now. First and 10 they've got. Preston Pearson has replaced Dorsett. Here is the end around. Here's Drew Pearson. And he is no place to go. Drew Pearson did well to get back as far as he did. Rusty Chambers stayed home.
Give your big nose guard, Mr. Baumhauer, number 73, an assist. Here goes Drew back on the end around. You'll see number 73 keep Drew, make him run so deep, the play is over.
Made him go deep. Let the pursuit do the catching up, led by Rusty Chambers. Line of scrimmage now is the Dallas 37. Second down, they lost 5, they need 15. Tony Hills is wide left. 17-6 after third quarter score. Dorsett is back, by the way. Staubach has the ball now straight up in the air, but his arm was moving forward. It'll be called a forward pass.
Rusty Chambers, a linebacker, fired from the backside of that 35. Watch the left part of your screen. See if you can pick up a couple of blurred 50 numbers coming in. Could be Gordon and Rusty Chambers. There's Gordon. It is Gordon. And the arm was moving, but not well.
Roger never saw him, but he felt him.
Penalty being walked off.
Flag down, yeah. Holding against number 51 on the Miami defense. That's Chambers. It'll be an automatic Dallas first down. And you might remember that one as this contest progresses. That could be a key first down.
A lot of time left in the third period, 5:47. Dallas hadn't gotten the touchdown yet.
Move the ball up to the 42-yard line. They had trouble on offense. They make a lot of first downs, but they haven't been able to get into the end zone very much. Not recently, at least. Big draw. Dupree. Still on his feet and still struggling, and finally out of bounds in front of the Dallas bench by Rusty Chambers. Dallas first down, however.
About the best offensive play Dallas has run. Excellent pass protection, and Staubach really loads it up. Dupree starting out from the right side of the formation. Gets away from those tacky linebackers. That's a safe thing to do. Well thrown, well executed. The big fellow this time really fought it off, didn't he?
Here it is again.
Watch the blocking. This time the rush is controlled. Super throw.
Yeah, excellent. DJ fighting for yardage, gets inside Miami territory to their 42. And Drew Pearson comes out of that backfield in motion. Handoff is Dorsett. Maybe a yard, but that's all. Stopped by Larry Gordon.
Set Newhouse in front of Dorsett, and Newhouse gets roughed up too. Tell you that Baumhauer Rusty Chambers and company. Watch this. Newhouse goes in. He takes a lick, and Gordon tackles him from the backside. There are too many white shirts in there to call.
Dorsett now with 9 carries for 49 yards. So it'll be second down. 1 yard pickup on that one.
Last 3 weeks, it's been pretty rough for the young man out of Pittsburgh. In a lot of ways.
Yeah. Calls the alarm clock.
Takes the phone off the hook.
Dorsett moves back deep now. Out of your picture. Fake it to him. Staubach throwing. Tony Hill has it. A flag is down. Tony Hill still on his feet. Still going is Tony Hill. And finally steps out of bounds just near the Miami 10.
Dolphins, I believe, grabbed Billy Joe Dupree, the tight end. It's going to be a penalty. Obviously, Cowboys would probably take that play.
I would think so.
What an effort by number 80, huh?
Staubach hung in there in the pocket nicely, too.
Rusty Chambers made a little contact with the tight end. Probably a lot of contact, but enough where he was caught.
Chambers is still arguing. Let's see if we can pick up Gordon McCarter.
Holding.
Yes.
Number 51, defense, declined.
51 was Chambers' right.
Let's see to the right of your screen now. You should see number 89 trying to get through there. They let him go once. He might have been over the 5-yard barrier. Tony Hill almost breaks the sound barrier. Boy, is he some athlete.
Superb. Think about that Stanford team that had Tony Hill and James Lofton together with Benjamin, the quarterback. I don't know how anybody ever stopped them.
Very few did.
On the 11, Newhouse bangs down to about the 6 before Tim Bocamper knocks him down. They can make a first down without scoring.
A little misdirection this time. They run away from Dorsett. He'll go to the right side. Left side, and Newhouse stumbles off the right side. He doesn't fumble either, though. Give him the ball, you're going to get it back.
He got 5 yards, too. We'll make it 2nd and 5 at the Miami 6. About 6.5. Pat Summerall, the son of Brookshire, at a sold-out Orange Bowl. 3:25 left before the end of the third quarter. This is Dorsett tackled in the backfield. Tim Foley.
And early. As soon as Drew Pearson came back to man in motion to make the outside block, Foley started flying for the line of scrimmage. That's instinctive for a defensive back, you know it?
Foley's been there a while. He moved from cornerback to safety. And he does them both very well. Roger Staubach is 10 out of 14 now for 147 yards as Dorsett goes out and Preston Pearson comes in.
You had to boil a game down to one play with 2:48 left. I say this third down is a very large one.
And 5 they need to pick up the first. And now Roger Staubach asked for quiet and asked also for a timeout. Dallas first of this half. He'll have 2 left then.
Dallas has converted 5 of 8. Let's watch this conversation. I feel like I've seen Tom Landry more distressed this year on the sidelines than ever before.
Landry and Staubach. Tom, of course, calls all the plays for Roger, except those he might check off. 20-6, they're behind. Yeah. Yes, we would.
They got to get more than 3. Getting 3.
Sandy, did somebody give you a list of who won the punt, pass, and kick contest? Oh, okay.
Well, I thought maybe Charles Milton won the contest. Is he entering that again?
How am I going to know that?
Maybe Milton will do it from the truck.
Okay. Thank you, sir. How are you going to handle that, Sandy, like we always do? Just pan down them? Okay. The skyline of Miami. Looking over the scoreboard. Uh-oh. Isn't there a name of the song? Called Moon Over Miami?
Certainly was.
You know the words?
Before my time, my folks used to sing it a lot.
Moon between the goalposts.
Big play.
Could be a new song. Third down, 5 yards. To go, Robert Newhouse and Preston Pearson, the setback. A draw play with nothing doing. Bob Matheson, the linebacker, made the tackle.
And Ben Herter helped, number 83.
Raphael Septien will come on.
See if you think anybody is surprised or does anything but look for this play. Chambers was filling too. Matheson, they were waiting for it.
Matheson never took his eyes off Preston Pearson. Stayed right with him. Charlie Waters on 4th and 4 now. Raphael Septien has already kicked 2 field goals. He'll try for number 3. The clock is running. 1:55 left third quarter. Septien from 24 yards out makes it 20-9.
Wouldn't you think, though, you would fake to Preston Pearson and get him out of the backfield?
I would have thought so. Septien hits 3 in a row.
He's the most dangerous receiver I got in that situation, which he is, and he's in my backfield. We've got to have at least 2 linebackers staring him right in the eye, and if I don't swing him out of there, the draw means nothing. You're right. Matheson just looked him right in the eye.
Yeah, he did. Never took his eyes off.
He was waiting for him to...
Yeah, wherever he was going.
I didn't make that very clear, but...
Okay.
I guess...
You got 60 minutes? You got a card? Oh, no. Raphael Septien has gotten the Cowboys to within 11 points now. It's 20-9.
Cowboys should be looking for a fumble now if they're really going to get back in this in a hurry.
Line drive kickoff will be fielded by Duriel Harris. Dennis Thurman made sure that he stayed down. Robert Steele made the initial contact. That's the Dallas scoring drive. 11 plays, 65 yards. They kept it a long time, but again, they only got 3 points.
It's fun to see players on natural grass, isn't it? It's all out, full out.
And they love it. Forget tonight on CBS, what would happen if your city replaced its fire department with a private company fighting fires for profit? You'd save money, but would your house be safe? That'll be one of the features on 60 Minutes tonight, along with the rest of that lineup you just saw. First and 10, Miami, ball at their own 31. They fake a blitz, and Brunig does fill the center, and they do blitz. Nat Moore is wide open out there with Mark Washington. He gets away from Chris Harris, and he might be gone. Look who's chasing him. Randy White. But Nat Moore was too much.
There's a flag back down on the 28-yard line. Nat Moore can make you miss, Pat, like no receiver I've ever seen. He's only 5'9".
69 yards, but it's going to be called back for holding.
Nat Moore loves to go to that end zone. But you don't see anybody spiking balls for Sheila, do you?
You know, it looked like Randy White was actually picking up ground on Nat Moore. He was the last guy chasing him.
Greasy barely got the pass off. Cliff Harris was blitzing the safety blitz.
Let's see who it was.
Holding number 38, offense, first down.
Leroy Harris picking up the blitz.
Fullback trying to help. Let's watch the left part of your screen, and you'll see the flying safety man. I believe that was Charlie Waters, number 41, that was blitzing.
Right.
And now Washington's missed tackle. Uh-oh, you better clean the gun and get the dogs. It's over.
Look at Randy White.
Shaking the ground behind that board.
First down, Miami again. It has been passing down for them. But now it's Delvin Williams. And the flex gets him. The ball is loose. Miami gets it back. Curran fell on it. But another flag is down.
Lee, the tight end Tillman grabbed Too Tall Jones and tackled him. Oh, no, a clip.
Against Miami again. Unpopular, to say the least.
They're the least publicized, penalized team on offense in the National Football League. They've been very error-free in that department. Who's it on? Look at this. He's tough on officials, but he's straight with them and honest with them.
He can get their attention.
And then write a good letter to the league office about what a good job they do, you know.
Here's Bob Greasy.
That tight end may have just sort of crabbed around behind Too Tall Jones and then let him fall.
Personal foul. Flipping. Number 67, offense. Repeat first down.
That is Kuchenberg, who has moved out. Ball all the way back at the 11-yard line, and Dallas did not jump offside. Looked like they might have momentarily. No flag. And the Miami fans are up in arms about that.
Cowboy defense really has only 11 interceptions coming in, which is a low factor for them. They have nobody in the top 10 in the interception categories. This would be a good time to pull off one if they're really back in this game.
Poulos checks in. Leroy Harris comes out. Second down now. The Dolphins need 27 for a first. Ball back at their own 14. Regular defense for Dallas this time. There was 4. Greasy for Duriel Harris. Flag is down. He bumped him, no question about it.
Mark Washington. And Duriel Harris had him by about 1.5 yards.
That, of course, will be a first down, Miami.
What a pass by Bob Greasy. That was a streamlined, beautiful pass.
Number 46, defense, first down.
Everybody has said Greasy can't throw it 50 yards. But I'll tell you, this is a pretty tight spiral. Take a look at it. Thrown early and pretty sharp. A little bit of contact, going for the ball. Supposedly, as a defensive back, you're allowed to. But they're watching this very closely these days.
I'll say. 24 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Dolphins have just had a 69-yard touchdown call back because of the holding penalty. And that penalty against the Cowboys gets them back in business. Outside quickly. Duriel Harris, Mark Washington wrestles into the ground after he picks up 3 or 4. Washington playing hurt a little bit. Denny Barnes has severe foot problem.
What a psychological call, though. The fellow's just committed pass interference, and now you go over and make him go one-on-one with very tough receiver, huh?
A very intelligent quarterback operating that Dolphin offense. One more quarter to go. That's the end of the third quarter.